Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, November 22nd. This is Texan Ag TV, and I'm Bethann Coldiron. Today's stories: Hawaii bans genetically modified organisms, blanketing your horse in the winter, historic Texas ranchers honored at state capitol, Farm Bill focuses on animal welfare, cattle prices drop, your weekly commodity report, and Cross Timbers weather. From RussiaToday.com, the Big Island of Hawaii is considering banning GMOs in biotech companies like Monsanto and is considering jail time and fines for anyone caught using biotech products. Mayor Billy Kinaw has 10 days to decide to keep the bill. Opponents of GMOs say that they have been linked to cancer, birth defects, tumors, and sterility. The only exception to the bill would be the papaya farms located on the Big Island, due to another bill specifically for the papaya industry in Hawaii. Dozens of countries have banned the use of GMOs, most notably India. From Horse.com, to blanket or to not to blanket? That is the question many horse owners ask themselves as the weather turns colder. Many considerations should be taken when you decide to blanket your horse. Hair coat and environmental temperature should be your first factor. Horses with fine hair coat, such as thoroughbreds and Arabians, might be grateful for the extra protection. Additionally, horses who are shown year-round and have clipped coats will need the extra warmth. Most horses will do fine without a blanket as long as they have adequate shelter to get out of the wind and rain. Here's a guideline to blanketing your horse in cold weather. Make sure your horse and blanket are dry before you put the blanket on your horse. Use the appropriate blanket weight for the weather. A blanket that is too heavy will cause your horse to sweat and could have health repercussions. Only blanket in the coldest weather, such as nighttime, and take the blanket off in the daytime. Make sure to remove the blanket often and groom your horse. He will appreciate it. From TexasAgriculture.gov, 115 historic Texas farm and ranches were honored in a ceremony by Agricultural Commissioner Todd Staples in the 38th Annual Family Land Heritage Ceremony. The event aims to recognize Texas families with farms and ranches in agricultural production continuously for the past 100 years. Commissioner Staples says life in agriculture is never simple or easy, yet it is a truly rewarding way of life. Entertainer and poet Red Stegall performed at the ceremony. 11 of the 150 ranches or farms honored had been in production for 150 years or more. From agweb.com, state laws that regulate food safety and consumption are coming under fire due to a fight between agriculture and animal welfare groups. The House of Agricultural Committee added language to the Farm Bill that bars the imposition of certain production standards on agricultural products sold in interstate commerce. That means products raised or grown in one state should not have to adhere to governing rules in another state on how those products are raised. The provision comes after a California law says that eggs that come from hens living in cages must lie in a cage large enough for the hen to spread her wings. Farmers are concerned this will limit their sales of their products to other states. From Bloomberg.com, November 19th, cattle futures had their biggest fall in over 10 months. 240,000 cattle have been processed this week, up 4.3%. Beef, however, has dropped 5.4% since May. A reason for the fall is high consumer prices and the holiday season approaching when most families buy a turkey or ham. Your weekly commodity report brought to you by agweb.com and graintv.com. December corn is up 6 cents. January soybeans are up almost 18 cents. December wheat is up 1.5 cents. Kansas City wheat is down 1/4 cent. Crude oil is up 1.3 cents, and lean hogs are down $1.25 cents. Your Cross Timbers weather brought to you by weather.com. This weekend is going to be cold and windy, so break out your coats, blanket your horses, and bring in the plants. Today's high is going to be 38 with the low will be 29. Tomorrow the high will be 38 and the low will be 31. Sunday will be the same, and we will have rain and sleet the whole weekend. Thanks for tuning in to Texan Ag TV, a product of the Texan News Service. Today's show was produced at Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. You can follow us on YouTube and at www.texannews.com. Don't forget to give us a like on today's show and tell your friends about TexanAgTV.com. I'm Bethann Coldiron. Have a great Thanksgiving, Cross Timbers.